Conflicts are going to exist in relationships. That's inevitable. But the conflicts is there to show us something about ourselves, about our perception of others, about the situation that the conflict is housed in. And so it's important for us to trace the conflict so we can understand the conflict. And as we understand the conflict, we can begin to understand ourselves better, which can move us more into a functional state in a relationship. Okay. Sadly, we don't take time to analyze or assess the nature of our conflict. Whenever there's a conflict, and I often tell this to clients when I coach or advise or consult them, I let them know that the conflict is a signal that there's an incompatibility at the core level. So that invites everyone involved, whether it's a monogamous, polyamorous, it don't matter. Whatever type of relationship structure that it is in, we all have certain values that we go by. Some of us are unaware of it, and some of us are. But at the end of the day, is those driving core values are there because those core values are attached to our self-image. Okay, they're attached to our desires. They're attached to our choices, and they drive it. So when we can look at the conflict, it's giving us an indication that there's a clash at that deep soul level. And so we're going to have to figure out how to pull out, extract, or excavate what exists there so we can understand what is the lesson, right? What is the insight that is supposed to unveil to us? Sadly, a lot of times before we get to that unveiling, we're already moving to another direction in the relationship, right? But it's very important to look at the incompatibility at the core level. Begin to look at the philosophy of life that we have, right? Begin to look at some of the principles and protocols, some I say the behavioral protocols. Look at what our vision is for ourselves, a vision for what we might see inside of an intentional relationship. There's a lot of things you got to visit at the core level because if you feel that those things are not coinciding with that core, you're automatically going to be reacting to it, which typically would show as a conflict. This is the reason why I take clients and pause them and begin to uncover what are these driving core values. Where's the clashing existing at in these core values, so we can begin to observe that, not to judge it, but begin to understand it from each other's eyes and perspective. That also invites again the reflective piece. Okay, and so once we're able to do that, then we can begin to understand um, each other's motivations, each other's perception of each other. All these things are important, um, especially when you find yourself or you find ourselves in a constant clash. If we're in a constant clash, that is letting you know that we need to pause. Everyone involved need to pause and let's start dissecting where is the incompatibilities at the core level, so we can begin to understand why we're at this clash state and what is driving the clashing.